All right, today I'm going to be explaining to y'all the best mindset to have going into BMT, otherwise known as basic military training. First things first, coming in, you got to understand the MTI's main job. MTI being your military training instructor, so these are the people who are going to guide you through the whole BMT experience. So the MTI's main job is going to be just to get you in that right mindset and to teach you the military lifestyle and the military mindset. So you gotta look at a lot of it as a game, sort of, because you'll recognize soon after you get to BMT that a lot of the MTIs will be yelling at you pretty much for no reason, and they're not doing that out of just hatred towards you in their heart. They're just trying to get you in that mindset to build discipline, to build toughness, and to build consistency. They want you to be on your toes. They want to build that respect factor that you have towards them, because once you get to your first base, it's pretty much the same mindset you'll have to be in as far as listening to your higher leadership and those people who are there to guide you, and basically who you have to listen to because they're higher ranking than you. So a lot of people coming into basic training, they're already coming in with the wrong mindset, and it basically puts them in a negative mind frame from the beginning. Because if you come in at the wrong mindset, you're more likely to get in trouble, you're more likely to not listen to your MTIs, and you're more likely not to get along with your other trainees on your flight. Basically, coming in to BMT, you gotta understand that you gotta put your pride aside from the very beginning. So let's say if you grew up not playing a whole lot of sports, and you're not used to people yelling at you or making sure that you're disciplined and squared away, then you're not gonna be used to coming to basic training and your MTIs being in your face all day, every day, yelling at you, embarrassing you in front of other people. So first thing you gotta know is to put your pride aside. If you're able to do that, that's really gonna help you get through BMT pretty smoothly, because you can't worry about embarrassment, you can't worry about eyes being on you. You just have to get used to that. Your main job is to listen to your MTI, to listen to the other trainees who might have been put in a leadership role. So when it comes to pride, that's just something you gotta put away from the very beginning. If you can do that, you're gonna have a pretty successful BMT experience. I would say another thing is to definitely come in, like I said, look at it as a game. So don't be scared to voice your opinion in any manner, as long as you feel like it's right timing and not stepping on your MTI's toes or speaking up in a way that's gonna put you in a negative space when it comes to your other trainees that are there with you on your flight. I know it's kind of a thing that goes around when talking to other people who have been through basic training. They kind of tell you to not really volunteer for anything or speak up, but if you come in right away and show that you're in a position to lead, not only will it put you in a better position as far as your MTI and how they look at you, but you'll also be able to build those leadership roles if you never had that experience or ability to practice. BMT will be a good experience, because once you go into operational, you're more than likely going to be a little more squared away than other new airmen that are getting to the base, because you've already had that leadership military experience. It'll really set you apart from the other new airmen when you do get to your first base. Don't be scared to speak up. Don't be scared to volunteer for big opportunities and big leadership roles. That'll look good on your paperwork when you go to tech school, and that'll look good from there when you get to your first base. Another good thing to remember is the fact that even though BMT can get hard and kind of mentally taxing on you at times, it's important to remember that it's all temporary at the end of the day. Yeah, you might be in a tough position mentally, you might be injured, and like I said, it's just mentally taxing throughout the 2.5 months. It's important to remember that the position that you'll be in, no matter what day it is, how far in the process of BMT that you're in, it's all temporary and eventually it's going to end. Looking back on my BMT experience, when you're in the moment, it's hard to kind of look towards the future and realize that one day it's going to end and it's all going to be over and you're going to be at your first base. But you got to be remembering that in the back of your head, because I can give you more motivation to just keep on going and to not give up. And it's going to keep you in a positive state of mind, knowing that, yeah, the position I'm in right now is temporary. So if I just give it my all right now, it's going to keep you in the right state of mind and keep you motivated and disciplined, like I said. Another great thing to remember is don't look at your MTIs necessarily as robots, because if you get in that state of mind, you may come in a little more intimidated of your MTIs than you actually should be. So just remember, at the end of the day, like, they're regular people. They've been through the same exact experience that you are currently going through once you're in basic training. Like I said earlier, their job is to get you in that military state of mind as far as discipline, consistency, and building those positive habits for yourself. So look at these MTIs as regular people when they're there yelling at you and right in your face, like I said, don't be embarrassed. Just remember it's all temporary. And at the end of the day, basic training is kind of a game. So that'll help keep you in a positive state of mind. So just remember that. Also, going into basic training, you will have a lot of sit down time and you'll have a great opportunity to talk to your other trainees that are on your flight. Just remember that. Don't come in kind of closed off or put yourself in a shell socially, because you never know in the future the paths you'll cross with some of the people that will be on your BMT flight. You might run into these people again, and at that point they could be in a higher leadership role or ranked higher up than you. They could end up being a supervisor for you, just a person that will help you get into a position that can better your career. So definitely come in. Don't be scared to make friends with everybody on your flight, because you'll learn farther into the military that you're going to meet a lot of people and get a chance to talk to a lot of people that you wouldn't necessarily talk to. A great thing about the military is it'll keep you very social, and like I said, help you meet a lot of different people from all different parts of the world. I had people on my flight who are from different countries, and anytime dealing with like different cultures, it can be a little bit of a social barrier, but I definitely challenge you guys to kind of fight through that and talk to everybody and get to know everyone, and definitely make sure that everybody gets to know you a little more on a personal level. I'm not telling you that you have to come in and be everybody's best friend, but just be a little more social. If you're more of a closed off person like I am, then definitely come in and don't be scared to socialize and force yourself out of your comfort zone, because that can help you further into basic training as far as getting you out of your comfort zone and helping you volunteer for other leadership roles that will be needed on your flight. That's a great thing to have towards your future, because another good thing about the military is it just helps you better yourself at the end of the day. After basic training and tech school, you'll be more in that military sort of disciplined mindset, and it'll definitely lead to you having better results in other aspects of your life, and help you stay consistent, build that discipline like I keep saying, and it'll just better yourself overall as a person.